Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Derf Gaming. We're doing another Ixalan draft today. It is currently Sunday as I do this video for Monday. Haven't done any other drafts myself over the weekend that you haven't seen, though I have piggybacked on a couple of drafts that my buddy was doing. So I have been calmly gaining the reps. Ooh, let's see here. This card is powerful, but is it better than just taking Lightning Strike? I'm not sure. Like, if you've watched all the videos, you saw the game where the opponent was just like, yep, we're going to play super defensive and get Spires online, but you know, Lightning Strike. This card does work, especially in this format where everything is 3 damage or 3 power. There's a Fire Cannon Blast in the pack. Sky Terror is good too, but I would definitely take Strike over it. I don't think I want to take Compass here. I think that's pushing it a little too far. I think I'm gonna just take myself a Lightning Strike. That's just gonna be more consistent. Yes, it's less fun, but hey, I want to win too. Oh, let's see. This pack is not great. Very mediocre uncommon set. Headstrong is okay. I mean, I'm likely to end up Pirates if I'm red. Ew. I mean, there's nothing here that even says, ooh, you should go out and take this and change from the thing you've drafted. I think the answer then becomes Headstrong. It's a mediocre pick no matter what I do. Either I'm getting into a second color with a mediocre card, or I'm taking a mediocre card in my color. I'm taking the mediocre card in my color. Ooh. Interesting. Off the back, Glitch Force is just like a couple tickets, so gotta at least give consideration to that. I'm not going to, I don't think, but you know, it's not a thought as the third pick here in another pretty mediocre pack. Best card in the colors, Sun Crown Hunter. Best card in the pack, meh. Dreadmaw, Deacon, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Sun Crown Hunters is fine, but we're just gonna take a couple tickets here. Ooh, there we go. Sailback is sort of a sign, right? Red-green medium creatures. Does make the Headstrong Brute bad, but what do we got? A Rigging Runner? That's a 2-power first strike is meh. It's okay if we're gonna have it online all the time, but it's also just gonna be a 1/1 first strike. Nest Robber's fine if we're aggro red. I really like Sailback. I would snap a Sailback here. Hey. And we'll see about some mid-range red-green. I mean, we've got some mid-range 6-drop dinosaurs, but those go around, especially in these colors. This is a really good trick if you're white. I mean, also, like, it's, I mean, we're not gonna be Boros yet. It's a very very bleh, I must say. I think we're gonna take. I think we're gonna take the Vampire Seal. Like I said, we're not Boros. Oh, too bad we didn't take that thematic compass. We would be going deep right now. We'd be reveling with the riches and just seeing where we could go. Ooh, Tishana's Wayfinder. There's nothing I really want to get in white. Headstrong Brute's okay, but not great if we're like mid-rangey. Instead of aggro. Like this would have been much better in red-black pirates. It's really not good in red-green. I still think this card might be useful in the right deck. I don't think this is the deck for it, but I do think that there is power here, just ending games. I don't think I want the Blossom Dryad necessarily. I think I'm better with a Raptor here. I think I'm going to take the dual shot. I like Unclaimed Territory could be okay if I do end up strong dinosaurs, and I do kind of think Elaborate Fire Cannon's fine, but this is good. X kills X1 can trigger our own enrage if we get some. Gonna pull the Vampire Seal. Wow, the Sky Terror came around? Okay. We're still not white-red, right? We still have the Vampire Seal. We'll figure this out. This is not a great format to dick around in when it comes to finding your colors, because you will just find yourself getting your butt whipped on playables in the end. Like, I don't want to play a Rebbitzin Goblin. I'm definitely red, and none of these other cards are really good, so I'm gonna sideboard it because it does play. It is fit the definition playable, but I do not want to run it in this deck. Sideboard card, but I guess Brazen Buccaneers is fine, especially if I'm beaten down. I think I still think I'd rather have the second Canopy. That gain 4 life is not even impressed me. It's not a sideboard card I want in if I do end up white-red, because my white-red deck is aggro. I don't want... Oh! Well, I guess I'm green-red, because this card is bananas. We're doing this. Definitely. Definitely doing this. The rest of the pack is pretty mediocre anyway. I mean, Air Elemental's good, obviously, but mediocre for us. So, Ripjaw Raptor it is. Sky Terror can come back out. Oh. Well, we're not playing it, but back on the same reason we took the 2-ticket Glacial Fortress when there was nothing in the pack, we're going to take the 8-ticket Hostage Taker, right? Yeah. Well, it might be, it's dropping as I speak. It was 9 about an hour ago, but still 7.5, 8-ticket Hostage Taker is definitely going to be fine. Like, if we pay for the draft on our own with rares, like we already have, because the Raptor is 4 tickets, so the draft is paid for. We're in upside zone at this point. I like Raptor Hatchling here. I think it's a fine card. I wish there was easier ways to combo with it, like, because that enrage is not just, you know, a one-time effect, but we do kind of want keyword to drop at the point, and Keeper is fine, but I would rather have the Hatchling at this point, I think. Because it's like, even as just It's less good as an attacker, but in this medium deck, it's fine as a blocker too. This is interesting. We can take the Pyromancer or the Crash the Ramparts. I think we want Crash the Ramparts. We don't have a lot of interaction, and this card has overperformed every time I've seen it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pyromancer's been good. If I've definitely been wrecked by this card pretty well, but Crash the Ramparts is solid, and it has overperformed. Like, the trample is relevant, and just it's not Giant Growth Days anymore. I know we see +3/+3, and we're like, hey, we used to get that for 1 green mana, but it just doesn't happen anymore, folks. That's why Vampire Zeal is pretty decent. The +2/+2 is good on its own, and if you're in the Vampire deck or have some spare Vampires, the first strike means you're going to win in basically any combat you enter. Like, they are hard pressed to block a Vampire of any relevant size if you have Vampire Steals. Set up that block. Like, try it. We're taking the Firebrand here because keyword 2-drop. It's definitely better than Brazen Buccaneers. This is interesting. This card has been better than it looks on paper. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 dinos. We don't have a lot of dinos yet. Sure Strike has also been better than it looks on paper. But I don't know. I mean, that is good with our Frenzied Raptors. We don't have enough of one thing to make the Pill of Origins better, and nor do we have enough light game that we really need the ramp. So we're taking the Sure Strike. We'll take Jade Guardian, I guess. 3/3 hexproof is like, it's technically a thing. I don't want to run it, but we will if it comes down to it. Also minor combo. We can maybe make a 4/4. We're bound to end up with at least 1 or 2 other Merfolk too. Like, there is outs there. Well, we're playing. If we play Frenzied Raptors, they are efficient beaters if they go unblocked, and they combo very well with Sure Strikes, which tend to go around. There's nothing really here. I'm just gonna take somebody's Grim Captain call, because if you're that card is super powerful if you're the right deck. Ooh, Daggertooth is okay, but not really great, and not as good as Frenzied Raptor. And we're pretty heavy on 3s, so I think I'm going to take the Sunground Hunters. Pirate sideboard. Altasaur sideboard. Like, obviously, when I draft, I'm trying to get better at drafting, but there's an important thing with Magic Online and limited budgets, which doesn't seem to get talked about as much with a lot of the streamers you'll see. And I don't have a problem doing a draft and showing you, like, hey, like, it's like search for Ascanta. Guess what? At the moment, it's like 4.5, 5 tickets. So right now, just in opening cards in this draft, we've got taken 7, 4, 2, 5. Like, we're drafting for free. I'm not. I want to get better at drafts, and I want to be successful in my drafts, but doing as many drafts as possible allows me to do that, and taking the rares that, when you're, especially once you've already paid for the draft, like we've already paid for the draft, just between the Hostage Taker and the Ripped Out Raptor, which we both would have taken, even if we hadn't taken the Glacial Fortress, which was the most questionable take of the 3 of them, definitely, of the 4 when you add the search. But like, if we get 2 more drafts out of just what we've paid for, then anything we cobble out of the rest of the cards we take. If we think about if we get the 2-1 even, that's just 2 packs and we're just rolling. And if we get the 3-0, whew, there we go. I think I'm just gonna take another dual shot here. Nothing else here is great. The Archer's okay, but not good in this deck because it can't. I can't actually enrage the Ripjaw Raptor. Pounce. I do like me a Pounce. I don't have a great Pounce deck, but it's decent, especially with the Raptor and this Sailback. Sunbird's Invocation is not great, I don't think. Like, it's definitely a cool effect, but do we want to play 6 mana for a card? 6 mana, do nothing enchantment? You know, it doesn't do nothing, but the turn it comes into play, it does nothing. If we can afford to play that card, we're probably winning if we play a Pounce, right? I do like me a Whiptail. This card has overperformed every time I've seen it on the battlefield. A 3 toughness and 3 power are very key numbers in this format, and this card crushes that because it blocks 3 power and kills 3 toughness. So we're gonna take the Whiptail here. I think we're gonna take the second Wayfinder over the 4th Frenzy Raptor, only because we don't have quite as many Sure Strikes as we would want to make these friendly Raptors just busted. And the Wayfinder is gonna make our deck more consistent on the other side. That said, I think this is interesting. Nest Robber has classic keyword 2 drop, which is its own powerful thing. Crash the Ramparts, still good, and we still kind of would like some more tricks. We don't want to really play 2 dual shots. Like, we will, but... And I don't mind taking that second one earlier because it's at very least a solid sideboard card, but... So, I mean, a 3rd Wayfinder is solid, too. I think we're going to take the Ramparts. And yeah, I guess we'll take another Frenzied Raptor. We will take like any Sure Strike we see at this point. Ooh, do we play Ryle? We really only have, what, 3 enrage effects? Oh, we can hit the Raptor Hatchling. Maybe we play Ryle over a dual shot. I haven't got to really play with this card yet. I would like to see how it works in practice. Brazen Buccaneers has been less than impressive. When you want it to be a 3-4, a 3-3, it's a 2-2. When you want it to be a 2-2, it's a 3-3. And on that card, it's not as good when you get the wrong thing. Like, if you want to be beating down and you want the 3-3, you're very disappointed when it's a 2-2. And you get a land, because you probably don't need a land. And when you need the land, and it's a 3-3, you probably can't attack, because you really needed a land. I think I like Dreadnought over Vinesweeper Mystic. We don't quite have enough Merfolk. And I don't like Swashbuckling as a rule. Not as a rule, but, you know, we sideboarded it in and to some success in one of the drafts, but it's not a good card. I'd rather have the Dreadnought. Here we're gonna take the munitions into the sideboard. Ooh, Trove of Temptation. And now I'm suddenly super interested in playing some very jank Trove of Temptation makeshift munitions combo. Ooh, Hijack. Hijack makeshift munitions combo. Oh, we'll sideboard a Demolish. I'm not trying to harp on it. I just don't feel like I finished the thought earlier about taking valuable cards when it's profitable. But yeah, a lot of content creators that you watch, they're big, and they've passed the point of really needing to take the money cards to be able to continue drafting. Personally, I do have a limited Magic budget, like many others. So if I'm not drafting well or I'm not opening well, I can't play Magic. It's, you know, it's a fact of life. So I've got myself drafting well to play as much Magic as possible, but I really don't mind opening well either, and just paying for my drafts that way. Okay, enough of that point. Anyway, taking a dual shot out, definitely, now that we have a Ryle in. I would like, I kind of want another 2-drop, but I don't have any. I kind of wish I took that other Raptor earlier. This deck is definitely needs 2-drops. Ugh. Whatever. I guess we'll just deal with what we got then. I don't think Trove is going to be good here. At least not at the start. I could see a sideboard plan involving munitions and Trove. I don't know what deck that'd be against. I would have to see the deck. I can't, like... I don't want to say, like, oh, versus the aggro deck or versus the control deck, 'cause I don't think it's good in the general matchup way like that. I think it would be good versus specific situations, though this could just be my, inner love for that card, because I can't actually think of any. We're going to keep this hand. We do need to draw a land, but we're on the draw, so we've got 3 chances to hit a land for this Frenzied Raptor. And if we can hit 2 lands, or specifically a forest in the time, we're cruising. So, opponent with a stop in my upkeep. Why? All right, hit 1 land. Now we do kind of need to find a forest, because both these are double green. Vanguard. I think I'm going to try to set up a situation. I don't know. I might try to set up a sort of, getting him to just pay. Ew. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep. We're going to lose this game. Definitely about to lose this game. Oh, buddy. Man. Guess I should have taken some 2-drops, huh? What idiot was taking all those money cards when there was 2-drops available? Hey, you. Guess we just play Raptor here. Both it and Firebrand can't block very well versus Vanguard, but playing one of them obviously holds back the rest of this crew there. And if we play Raptor now, we can theoretically, if we draw a land on the next turn, have the option of Firebrand of Pounce if we don't draw a forest. If we draw a forest, we probably want to play one of our big dinos. Riftdraw Raptor looks really good against a Danto Vanguard. Right up until he Vampire Zeals it. Oh. I think I have to just let him get in for 3. I don't think I can make him pay for it, because if I lose the Raptor, I'm not in a great spot. I do want blockers on the board to help hold back the rest of his team at the moment. Just getting him to pay for it doesn't seem good as a trade for my Raptor, because I know when I'm holding the Vanguard, I always want my opponent to let me just buy a card for 4 life. Oh no. Well then. Okay. This guy is gonna destroy us in 2 games flat. It's gonna be terrible. Our deck doesn't have a prayer. Our no 2-drop deck does not have a prayer. Mono 3 drops does not seem good here. He gets to flip this. Ugh. No? Okay, about to say. Yeah, he gets to flip this freely. I think we just block up all the tokens we can. I feel like we're about to just get a... Rallying Roar doesn't kill us here, right? It does still blow us out pretty badly, because it kills both of our blockers that are, like, almost holding up his team. Hey, he's out of cards. Not relevant. I guess we play Firebrand. And... I think I have to wait to pounce Maverin Fane until after the attack, because I think I want the blocker. Because if I put the blocker in front of the Adonto Vanguard, that gets him to... he'll spend 4 life to make it indestructible. So that's relevant, and I get to stop 3 damage by blocking that before I pounce this, and he just gets a 1-1 out of that. And then I get to pick up whatever else he attacks with, basically. So do I have to just kill the Bloodletter? That's also an interesting thought. Does that just kill me? Oh no, if I draw a land, I can play the Grazing Whiptail and block that too? Question mark? Let's look at this again. We take 4. I think that's better. No. I don't think it matters. I think we're dead no matter what. I don't even think we pounce here. I think we just let this one go. Because even if I draw a green mana next turn, he still has enough vampires that he just goes past me. Yeah. Okay, we're going to let this one go. He doesn't need to know we have a pounce. Dual shot coming back in seems pretty good. If he's just going to be making 1/1 vampires. Do I have any other way of interacting early that I want to bring in? Hijack is only good if I've played to make makeshift munitions first to sacrifice it, so I don't really like that. This is not the Trove of Temptation makeshift munitions opponent, is it? Nah, because he's got, between the Vanguards and the Flyers, he's got profitable attackers on any given turn. So Trove of Temptation really isn't doing anything. Yeah. Ideally, I'd have something faster, but I don't have something faster. I'm not going to mulligan for like 1 of 2 2-drops. Wow, and this dude is just all in aggro. He's not even like, it's not a dinosaur deck. It's a vampire deck. He wants a 1/1 for 1. Hopefully we don't hit lands on these Wayfinders so we can get some 3/3s and kind of just hold things down. Oh. Yeah. That's going to be great for us when he plays that. I guess it's not a dinosaur deck, but I guess that's a pretty good dinosaur no matter the deck. Putting a 1/1 counter on all of your vampires as you're going wide sounds okay to me. This guy's deck is good. No land, no land. Nice. I think we need to top that. Mostly because I don't know how else we can get into combat with that Aegisaur. That's the only way we have to hit it once. Otherwise, we're going to be like damaging it and like throwing a lightning strike at it. And he gets double triggers. That seems bad. The Aegisaur is going to get a trigger. We don't have a way to not let it get a trigger other than kill him before he can play it. I mean, this Wayfinder's about to get blown out by a Vampire Seal. But yep. Hey, look at that. I think we're just going to play another Wayfinder here. We're graveyarding that. We don't need another Raptor. Happy that we triggered another +1/+1 though and didn't get a land. A land next turn would be decent, but not even really super necessary. Just have to just get like do they have to add it every turn? It's the same card. Same card that's gonna beat us. Between the gain life he's getting on the priest and the fact that he's going to put a +1/+1 counters, we are going to lose this round. Obviously, I'm going to play it out because I'm not that guy, but we do not match up well in this particular scenario. Does Headstrong Brood ever have Menace in our deck? Oh, I guess when we play Firebrand. I think we need to find a card to put in over this, though. Just as a side note. Guess I just play a Firebrand. I can play one of the 3 mana. Like I play the Raptor, but the Raptor doesn't really block any better than the Firebrand on its face, and playing the Firebrand lets me leave up Sure Strike, which I know he knows I have, but he's about to have 1,000,000 life anyway. He's just hitting all his land drops too, right up to that Aegisaur. Bloodletter for 2. Land is, like I said, it's okay. Less than ideal, but we do need to draw some way to deal with this Bloodletter. So I guess we need to draw a lot of things. A lot of cards we don't have. Sorry. Yep. It's only 31 life. Not a big deal. He missed his 6 land drop. Oh! We opened a bunch of rares that could pay for our draft. This guy opened a bunch of rares that win his draft. Can't block it. This is bad, man. Basically, we have to hope he never hits his 6th land drop. And that we find some way to kill that bloodletter. And that he doesn't find some other way to kill us because he's never hitting his 6th land drop. You know. Just you know, we're not just one or two little things. We're not asking a lot, right? The list wasn't that long. Oof. Well, that'll do it, I think. Like I said, this deck has no way to not let him trigger that. So, and with this board state and this Maverick Fen, once he triggers that, it is a rap-a-doodle-doo. I don't think he needs to trigger it to kill me, to be honest. Yep. Well, I do know one thing. Headstrong Brute can't block. Why don't we just end our suffering? Get it with the Headstrong Brute. Let him trigger his Age of Solar. And, get his +1 counters. Check out this shit. Kablamo. Boom. We got 2 cards for 1, boys. That's good, right? This is oof, we're gonna wrap this draft up early. I might have to be a bonus Monday draft. We're gonna have to look at that. Just for depends on how terribly if we owe 2 out, I'm gonna give you there'll be a bonus draft today. Like how will I do this? See, it's kind of a spoiler. Well, if you've gotten this far, and then you've seen that there's a bonus draft, I mean, you can understand what happened. But I do think this deck can win some rounds. Let's add him. This opponent's deck is. Oh. Yep. Sounds about right. Attack with everything. You got me, homie. Just attack on everything. Even if I kill the Maverick Fen. What are we worried about here? I'm just gonna clear the board next turn? Alright, whatever. Well, if he's gonna give me the chance, you best believe I'm gonna take the best blocks I have available. Playing it out, we're playing it out. He's casting something in response to that pump, really? It's really like that? Oh man, it's like that. Well, why don't you attack with everything then? If you've got that, you just attack with everything and you win the game. God damn. Okay, we're conceding now, because he won the game that turn. He just doesn't know it. Okay. Well, let's try round 2 here. I'm worried that the subtitle for this one is going to be, well, at least it paid for itself. No, we're gonna look when we grind this 2-1 out. You're gonna laugh at how dumb I sound right now. All right, right? Please, pretty please. Ew, we have to mulligan that. They basically gave us the same garbage but opposite. Nothing we can cast with the lands we have. Well, it's better than the last two hands. We can actually cast spells. This is interesting. Do we top this or do we bottom this? I think we bottom it. If we top it, we only get one land draw on turn 3 to be able to possibly cast it. So I think it's better just to put it on the bottom. Are we really just going to get run over by vampires again? I mean, it's what this deck deserves as I continue to take value cards over 2-drops. But I'm not happy about it, I have to say. It's a little sad. I don't think the deck was that ugly. Well, it's not vampires. Do I lightning strike that? I don't think so. I don't think I have anything that really trades for well or anytime soon. Probably should have lightning strike that. But yep, here we are. Definitely glad I bottomed that first Frenzied Raptor. I think I have to do it at this point. Terrible as it feels. I just... Hey, no 3-drop. I mean, that's decent. That's one of the things we need on the line of things that help us win this game. Oh, it is Vampire's Bet. Oh man. So just some straight like 3-color beatdown deck that's gonna run me over because I can't. I don't have a hand. Yeah. This is magic. 5 land, no spells versus 2 land. Nothing that I can cast. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, can't get beat up by the Stormfleet Arsonist Ray Trigger if you don't have any. Oh my God, it's a permanent. Oh no, it's not even a non-land permanent. It's just a permanent. I mean, I think we're even dead if we draw a runner land, but we're not actually dead until you add something else to the battlefield. So we're gonna sit here on our outs for runner land. He hasn't played a black spell yet. Played 3 swamps though. Played a bunch of red spells. Has a 1-drop white card. I'm gonna feel real bad if I lose this deck. The last guy, fine. He had a sprongy, ridiculously good vampire deck. Yep. Okay then. Our plan for this game is to actually play Magic. Do I bring in a Crushing Canopy? We saw, what, 2 flyers? One that we can kill with dual shot. We never pulled the Headstrong Brute out. And some classic conundrum. Yeah, I guess Rummaging Goblin is just better than it. Yeah, no. I bet you Brute is probably better. No, yeah. Neither is good. But I think we're just gonna pull Brute. We're gonna cast Demolish and just wreck his ugly mana base. Because we have no real sideboard because we spent a billion picks on value cards. Look, the good and the bad. I'm going to show you it all. The upside is we've paid for this draft. The downside is, well, these games. This keep's not great, but I have third 3 Raptor, and then I can Rile to as a cycle if I need to. And I don't think his 5 color. I know it's 3 colors, but his mana base is likely to punish me 2 games in a row. I know that's gambler's fallacy BS, but we're just gonna roll with it. You gotta make yourself feel good somehow. Gotta lie to yourself a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, we now have Riptor Drafter coming up with Rile in hand. So we did it, boys. We're in business. That seems pretty good. Ooh, I can't wait for that to return tonight, by the way. By the time you've watched this, you've probably had the chance to already see the curb return. Oh, we're not blocking that. We'll take 2 damage because we're about to play Riptor Raptor, and I'd rather just bash it whenever he plays with my 4-2 because it's not going to be able to block it. Well, it's not, whatever he plays is not going to block it better than Talatni's Night Kid. See, doesn't even trade. Watch him take a dual shot at it. In my head, doesn't even trade. Yeah, I mean, it would be a 2-for-1. It'd be fine, but it would just be kind of interesting. Only because I said it doesn't trade, and that's the only 1 red spell that would make it trade. Raptors are clever enough to tear away a hard metal shell to get to the tasty morsel inside. Ooh, okay. If he attacks with everything with 1 white open, he's got the 3/1 white tricks as options, none of which beats Ripjaw Raptor's 4/5. He can either give us something +2/+2. I mean, if he attacks with just Talatni's Knight, we won't block that. Because that would be a 3/3, and he could give her +2/+2 and blow off the Raptor. Or a Slash of Talons, blow off the Raptor. Though I guess Slash of Talons, I'd draw 2 cards, so that'd be fine. But I'm not trying to just draw 1 card and trade it for Vampire's Zeal. That said, that didn't happen, so. Then if we attack, let's say he has Vampire's Zeal, we still just trade it for the Talatni's Knight. Yeah, I don't really love that. I think I'm just going to play the Dreadnought. I'm not really getting beaten down by that Skyblade. And then I have Rile next turn. I would trade the Raptor into this shit otherwise, but with the Dreadnought, I do need something to crew it, so. Yep, I'm going to have the Raptor at the helm of that ship. Sounds like a valuable plan. Definitely my best idea. I mean, if he's stuck on 3 mana. Sweet. Ooh, and Lightning Strike. Sweet. Okay. That means we can attack with Raptor. Because we have Lightning Strike now. So if he tries to blow us out. Yeah, cool. And now that that's happened, we're going to rile the raptor up. Draw us a couple cards. Whew. That was pretty bad. I mean, look, we had to draw them at some point. They were on top of the library. It was going to be our draws, so whatever. But anything else in the deck. He still only has attack with Skyblade, so that's fine. And we still have attack with Raptor with impunity as long as we have Lightning Strike and he doesn't play anything. He doesn't have 5 up, so he doesn't have a Bright Reprisal yet to destroy attacker. I guess I could have gotten with the Dreadnought there. That probably would have been decent. Probably a mistake. Almost assuredly a mistake. I mean, I feel like he's trying to get me to tap out, but I'm gonna. He might just be bad. I don't have a pump spell anyway. That's saving the Raptor. So. Nice! Haha! Sometimes you just blow your opponent out one time and they concede. Okay, well. We got there. I still don't know if I love, like, there was another Crushing Canopy target, but it was a 1-3. I don't know if that's great. I have Lightning Strike and Pounce if I really want to deal with it. Oh, we'll keep this hand. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Hell yeah. I'm kind of cool being on the draw versus his 3-color monstrosity, even if he has turn 1 1-drop, because that's not likely. Like, I'm still happy to. Yeah, get on with it, buddy. Oh, no 2-drop. You mean the mana's probably kind of punishing, huh? Yeah, at some point I'm going to play some terrible 3-color deck, and all of this trash talking I've done of these other 3-color decks is going to come back to bite me in the buttocks, the booty. But don't matter. I'm still going to keep trash talking it. None of the we haven't seen any of these decks really playing fixing, just stone 3 colors, or at least they've missed their fixing in the games we've seen. We're gonna bash here, and if he blocks, we're gonna crash the ramparts. He might block and let us have a 3/3. I doubt it, but he might. And if he does, we can get the extra 3/3 that way. Okay. Well, we'll just make a 4/2 instead. Next turn is interesting because we've got. It depends on what he does blocker wise, because we have access to tricks and a haste creature. So it's gonna be something we have to look at when it comes down to it. I do kind of want to keep the pressure up. I mean, kind of. I definitely want to keep the pressure up before he just beats me down with the flyers. Ooh, no attackers or no blockers. Well, I guess that means we're gonna go for the brace and bucks. No mana, no mana. Hey, do we want that? Probably. Because we can play that and have Sure Strike up next turn. Playing that is much better than Dreadnought for us, because Dreadnought we have to take a turn off, and Dreadnought doesn't really create an extra attacker. Dreadnought upgrades one of our creatures into a 4-power creature, but we can just play a 4-power creature and have a trick up as backup. I think that's going to be better for us. We just turn the race back in our favor. Unless he's got something else going. And he's seen the three drop we have. So we'll be able to go to attacks with both of our tricks up, and it's not suspicious at all. That, you know, and we can literally, if he doesn't do anything, or he plays something like, oh, he's kept back blockers now. Okay, nice. I still think we just bash. I kind of think he probably has Bright Reprisal. I think that's the name of this spell, right? 5 mana, destroy target attacker, but draw a card. Whatever that spell's called. I think he has it, but we cast Sure Strike because that lets us still cast Frenzied Raptor after combat. And I want to keep the 4-2. I'll trade Sure Strike for his Bloodletter. No problem. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ramparts is obviously much better there then, but I think we just cast the other Raptor now. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. Now what do we do? We can crash the Ramparts on one of the 2 creatures. Casting on this saves this but doesn't kill this. Casting on this saves this and kills this. And does 2 damage. Very bad for us that his 1 mana trick there was Sheltering Light. If it was either of the other 2, our Sure Strike does work there. But because it's Sheltering Light, it's the best blowout on Sure Strike that you could have for the mana he spent. You just make a Dreadnought here. Because that's just bigger than his 5-4. I think he attacks with the Bloodletter. I mean, I don't want him to. I hope he doesn't, but I think he should. I think that's correct. Hmm. I can play Dreadnought, or I can play Ryle and Frenzied Raptor. Hmm. Okay. let's think about this. If I play Dreadnought, he can't attack with the Sun Crowned Hunters next turn. Or he can, but I block it and it does 3 damage to me. That does to, I either go to 10 or 7, depending on whether he wants to throw away the Hunters. If he throws away the Hunters, though, I just win, right? Alright, basically, yeah. But if I play Ryle, I do have outs to drawing a land. And then I can play Ryle, upgrading the Hatchling, and the Dreadnought? I know that's greed, but because I can play Ryle plus Raptor, and then Raptor blocks the Sun Crown Hunter, like it trades with it, but it kills it. And then I have attackers back for 6, which means he really can't attack with it. So I think because we can possibly get the land and play the Dreadnought. Nice. So yeah, now we play the Dreadnought, and we've upgraded our creature. I think that was definitely the line there. Obviously cannot attack yet, but we can start next turn because vigilance is ridiculous. Ooh, that's great. If he plays he shouldn't have played that land, obviously. Why would you play that land? Why would you attack? Okay, well, he's just dead. Okay, then. Well, GG. We dug our way out of that one. Done. He's no cards in hand. Nothing, yeah. Nothing that's going to pop out and bite me in the buttocks. Yeah. What the hell were you thinking when you attacked? Woo! Okay, so that opponent wasn't great, but a win is a win, and we have outs to the 2-1 on this deck. And if we get the 2-1 plus the 16 tickets, that is success and a half right there. Oh, hostage taker value doesn't drop too much more while we're oh no, it looks like it's gone up a little bit. I've got the website open. I got MTG Goldfish open with all the card prices on my other monitor here, which is, like I said, is relevant. Like, just you should always look at that. You should always be aware of the card prices before you draft. Like, if you don't realize before, like, yes, I know a lot of people I'm talking to here. Obviously, no, but there's got to be somebody out there that doesn't realize that card is Titan is 12 tickets, or whoever passed me that hostage taker. 8 tickets, and if it's one of the best cards in the set. If you're in either color, you splash it. Like, if I was in either color, we would be splashing Hostage Taker right now. Not even close. So, like, you need to know that when you go to draft, because he took an uncommon over it, and that seems wrong to me. I'm just gonna say it does not seem correct. I think the Firebrand's better versus the empty board, just because it just bashes. Like, the hatchling doesn't get to upgrade unless he plays something. White-black again? Every deck so far, white-black. Oh, that land drop is really good. This hand looks fantastic. I haven't mentioned that yet, but yeah. Whew. Raptors all day. And he doesn't have a 2-drop, so... Now, we're like, if we just top deck like a combat trick here, we are in business. Because we do want to be able to keep pushing things and be profitable. I mean, that's fine, because trading with that is always profitable. I don't think we're willing to trade our turn for it right now, though. Like, I'm not even willing to threaten that, because if I have to trade my turn for it and the Firebrand, I don't like that. It's much more important that I get the Riptor Raptors down here. And I have no problem trading the Frenzied Raptor for it. Because Frenzied Raptor for Hammer Skull is a trade you'll make all day. Because this card is way better than this card. Ouch. Alright, alright. Well, you know. Now we're not looking great here. That Ripjaw Raptor was definitely our plan. I mean, he still doesn't have anything on the board, and we have two not irrelevant creatures. So now if he's just going to play Limitless Legion Conquistadors, that bites us in the butt a bit. This card isn't good in the traditional vampire deck. Ugh, he only grabbed one. Okay, well then I don't think it's good in his deck. But I think it is good if you're just like a control-y deck that's white. Because just the card advantage of limitless 2/2 creatures for for 1/2/2 I think is fine. I could be wrong. Could just be bad there as well, but I don't think I have to turn the Firebrand sideways here. It doesn't seem great. I'm about to make two more creatures that I can attack more profitably into Conquistadors. And the attack is better next turn. Like if he plays another Conquistador, and I've got all these creatures out, attacking with the Firebrand is much better next turn. Is it? No, it's probably not. That doesn't make any sense. It would have been just as good this turn to trade with that. It depends on whether or not I want to keep the Firebrand alive. It does make it more difficult for them to block between the Firebrand and the other creatures here. But I don't think that was necessarily great. Now that I'm hindsight 2020 and all, though foresight should have caught that one, because I had all the information in hand that I have right now. Ew, really? Why would you do that on your turn? What's about to happen to me? Why would he do that on his turn? If he does that on my turn, he can block the Jade Guardian and get that and pick up the creature. Is there another play coming? I'm very, very confused. Okay, is that... Oh, it's because he wants to be able to attack with that and get his 1/1. Sure. That doesn't seem good. We do play the mountain here because it makes the Firebrand much more of an issue. He really doesn't have good blocks unless he's got another trick. And we know one of the cards in his hand is a Legion Conquistador. At least one. In the first game, I'm always going to assume that if my opponent only gets one, that they probably had another one in hand. Benefit of the doubt. I don't want to assume every opponent is just stupid. Really? So you cast Skulldug's last turn to be able to attack, to be able to get this lifelinker, to chump with it? I'm just saying. Just saying. It doesn't seem good. Also, I'm very mad at the fact that we've now facing down our second Mavrin Fane in three three matches, because we just do not match up well against limitless lifelinkers. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Now we just want to draw not a land here. Be very good. I said not a land, right? I did say not a land. I still attack with everything, right? Because if he doesn't block with something, he just dies. So he's got to lose something. So then he's only got what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. I added the 2 just in front there. I should have probably added it on him for clarity's sake, but I did add the 2. I think we're gonna lose this game because we just tapped too many lands at the end. Because on this turn, what he's got attack with one of these 2 vampires to make a vampire, and then play another 2/2. At least one 2/2. Maybe he's got more to search up. Man, you know what would be really good card in this deck? I mean, it's good in every deck, but my deck would have loved it. Fiery Cannonade. These 2 matchups would have gone so differently if I had access to that card. It just blows away the vampires, man. Here, what do we need? Ew, really? Those are the last 2 cards in his hand? Well then. And, yep. Okay. We drew so much land in that game. The hand had, what, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop in it to start, right? Dual shot again seems very good. I don't think Trove is good. I think it would be. I think Trove and Munitions could be good against this deck. I just don't think they're good in my deck. And I think Rummaging Goblin is better than the Brute here. While it's not a good blocker, it does. It can give me the quote unquote card advantage when I'm discarding them land late game. Like I would have been in such a better position. Well, I would have been able to attack as well without the Headstrong Brute. But drawing all those lands and having Rummaging Goblin is much better for me. And then on the other side of that, if he's going wide, it's yes, I would like to have good blockers, but having creatures that just have the option to block versus wide is better than just a non-blocker in general. Because yeah, it doesn't matter that he's got like all of his 1/1s. None of them trade with the Headstrong Brute. At least he has to lose something if he attacks the Rummaging Goblin. That's gotta go back. Eh. We'll deal with it. It's not good, but we gotta do what we gotta do here. I think we top that. A lot of our like good cards turn on at 4 mana, and I do want to be able to get to there. And getting to 6 on time for Suncrown Hunters also seems good. So I feel like that land on top was better than bottom. Yes, if we just draw a bunch of land, like if we draw all lands here, we're in trouble. But with what, yeah, we're equally likely to be drawing. If we're more likely to be drawing non-lands than lands. So, hey, look at that. 4 mana creature that we need to have this mana to turn on. Obviously, he's not going to block that because he can just trade 1 damage with my 1 damage. And oh man, Grazing Whiptail is just going to shut down his whole BS. So I bet you he lets me get in for 5 here too to keep his flyers. And then I'm going to play the Whiptail after combat. I'm okay with trading the Raptor with the Bloodletter otherwise too. I do want to get in with it. And if I play the, like if I don't, I can likely get in with the Raptor before combat. Before I play this Whiptail. But once I play this Whiptail, he would have traded that Bloodletter with the Raptor. Oh, I wish I had that dual shot up though. Oh, oh, man, that is brute. It is brutal. Hmm. Can I attack with just the hatchling? I don't like attacking with the whiptail into his board because it's very easy for him to set up a block um, where he can blow me out with that 1 mana. Like any of the 3 1 mana tricks blow me out. And now of course Skullduggery also all set to blow me out. But you know. Ooh, Wayfinder. Uh, Land is okay. I mean, because we had to draw it off the Wayfinder, we can't play the Hunters on 6 here, which is kind of annoying, but maybe I should have left that hatchling back. Oh no, because I've got dual shots and instant. So I have access to instant speed 3/3 if he comes in with some kind of attack with his hammer skull. And I get instant speed up a 3/3 and go for some, like, triple block. Hey, more conquistadors. I really don't like playing that card if there's only 2 in your deck. I don't get it. Okay, for 1 black mana, we have to assume he's got Skullduggery, right? Otherwise, this seems like a terrible attack. I think I need to, because I didn't need to double block there. No, because if I just put the dinosaur in front of it, he can Skullduggery, give it +1/+1, give the dinosaur -1/-1. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't attack with these creatures, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I can attack with a 3/4 and kill the emissary if he blocks. That's probably correct, right? Wait, no. Skullduggery. Still a blowout. I'm not going to play around it for 1 turn and then not play around it the next turn. Just like if he attacks this turn, I block the Skyblade if he attacks with both. The last turn, his attack with that with the hammer skull and Skullduggery, he had the option. Like, he thought that his outcome was going to be trading with the Wayfinder and the Raptor, because if he Skullduggery +1 to make it a 3/4 and -1, one of the 2 things I had to give him 3 total toughness, he gets to wipe out much of my board. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Skullduggery is what's in his hand. So which also means he's not attacking this turn. Though, considering I played around Skullduggery last turn, you probably can attack for free with the Bloodletter, right? Like... And now that you don't have it up, you best believe him attack it with Suncrown Hunters. Because I don't mind trading that for 2 creatures, doing 3 to your face. Oh! Well, we're going to explore first. So many lands again. Okay. Do I really want to trade the Suncrown Hunters? Probably not, right? I do have to find some way in to attack at some point. I mean, Lightning Strike gets me most of the way there. Because it's really this first striker that's shutting down my offense. That is terrible for us. So I guess we do want to crash for Sunground Hunters. No, we don't, because he just gets that Deathless Ancient back. We gotta wait till he attacks with it. And then we can try to bash and clear out some of his vampires. Oh, awesome. So now that thing gets +2/+0. Oh, you're gonna give it that +2/+0. Why not give it to the 6/6? This 4/4. I know you have skullduggery. Do I still? I still have to block this here though, right? I think it's still just to take the whipping. Because if I don't block this, I gotta block. Hmm. Let's not block it. I have a turn to find a spell still. We're dead. We're basically dead. But well, what happens if we just attack with everything? What happens if we just attack with everything? How does he block? What do we clear out? And do we die on the crackback? We're basically dead to his flyers. Like, if we sit on the uh, this turn, we can put the whiptail in front of the bloodletter, and then crash the ramparts. I think 7 down to 6. That's a 5. Crash the ramparts beats skullduggery. Um, then what do we do? He never attacks with Death's Agent. We can't attack with some Crown Hunters. If we attack with everything, he's got blocks though. We don't have enough damage to kill him. I think we just pass for now. Maybe if we top deck another Crash the Ramparts next turn, we can have this discussion again. Ooh, or dual shot. Where if we could attack and then get 2 triggers off the Sun Crown Hunter with a Crash the Ramparts overdrive. That could do it. Of course, if we block this here, we don't have Crash the Ramparts anymore. I don't think saving it was good there because it only just blocks the Ancient for another turn. If it had a better combat against the Ancient on a future turn. If I had another trick in hand, maybe, but I guess we'd play the Raptor. Then we just pass. He attacks with both. We go down to 4. We still have outs, though, I guess. There is some kind of Crash the Ramparts dual shot play to be made, I think. If we get good draws here. We do need something with instant ability, like a creature. And not even a haste creature really doesn't do much for us. That does not cut it. We're just gonna put the counter on the Wayfinder and go for the all-in. Because we're just dead to the Flyers next turn, so there's no reason not to attack here. And if we're attacking, well, we might as well give that thing +1/+1. Just in case that's somehow relevant. Like if he blocks like the biggest monkey and we find some way to get out of this. If we get Settle the Wreckage, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, Rallying Roar. Well, that's just as terrible, basically. So why didn't you just kill us? Can you kill this last turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. If you had those creatures already. Guess we were sitting on open mana. Aw, man. There was, like, interestingly weird outs if he had double blocked Suncrown Hunter. No, that doesn't actually get me there. Yep, there is nobody I can give trample that does 17 damage. So, all right. So overall, the draft was a 1-2. Though I would like to argue that if I don't just draw insane amounts of lands in those last two games of that match 3, that we are totally in those games right up until I just start top decking nothing but lands. Turn 1, match 1, we had no chance. That guy's deck was bonkers. But so where we lost to Fogman, we should have beat Bibleman, I think. But hey, either way, still profitable. I'm not gonna stop and do it right now, but I will let you know tomorrow in tomorrow's video how many tickets we grabbed off of all those cards. And tomorrow we'll try again, and we'll probably, got to assume we'll draft a better deck tomorrow, right? Either way, it was still a good day for me. Still a good draft as far as I'm concerned. Until next time, until tomorrow, have a great life, folks. Peace.